Thanks everybody for joining the call. This is Jack, and today we do you ask questions and I try to answer them as best as I can. So it looks like we have a lot of questions about the WP Gateway, so let me start with that. And one of the questions what came up was, how do you clone a site what you have ready for a client and you want to put them on the destination URL? So you follow the install menu for that. After you log in, you always select the cPanel of the targeted destination URL. So I don't know how I didn't prepare this, but let's say you want to put it on clone Jack. And then it looks in the cPanel which domains are available. And then you know, most time you just wanted to put it on the main domain. And now you see an option coming up. You see clone. You guys see this? So you click on clone, and then it asks, you know, the admin email and admin username. But now you start the source. So now you select what you want to clone to the destination domain. So that is actually the point what you have to understand. This is the source, the websites which you have ready, and this is the destination where it gets installed. Do you get that, Charles? Actually, that is a kind of the trick in the interface. So first you select where you want to move it to, and then you say, okay, this site I want to clone. So let's say I do webinar 5. I think that is the medical site. If I don't know, it's webinar 5. I don't know what webinar 5 is, so let me see webinar5.com. webinar5.com. So there's no website, so that doesn't help. Let me do webinar 4. If you installed a website, source domain, webinar 4. There's also no, I think I ordered only domains. Webinar 3. So let me first install a website. If you go to the domain overview, you see webinar 3. See if there's an actually, I think pretty sure it's webinar 2 we have a website. Hey, you see, I remember webinar 2 we had that website installed. So we go to install, and let me do clone Jack. And then first I want you to show you that on clone Jack. I don't know if he overrides it actually. That could be a restriction. Clone Jack. What was the domain again? clonejack.com. You see the digital marketing team. Okay, so that's good. So let me, there's no subdomain. I want to clone. Then I select the source. So we went for webinar 2. Select the domain. And there's no subdomain. And then I clicked on select source website. Okay, so now it does the cloning for you. So keep in mind, first you enter the destination and then you enter the source. So now webinar 2 domain, the dentist website, get installed on clone Jack. Do you get that, Charles? So, and I don't think it works for starter users or business. Doesn't matter because you're not using um, the high-speed server. You only use the server to transfer the website. You see, it's no knowledge. You just select what you want and you click on transfer the website. So let's see if it all works out. I didn't prepare this. I need to know if I can safely update local team Jack without overwriting all the work done. If you did, so update, you mean update version. If you did not change manually the styling, then you can update it. So if you do, so I think that because I get an error message because um, that that website was already installed, but that is the process. Okay, so I think that is the reason for that I get that message. Yeah, if you give the domain, I cannot go to it. But that is if you make manual changes to the CSS and you do an update, those manual changes to the styling will get overwritten. But if you didn't do manual things, then so it doesn't help if you give me URLs. So Arlen, I will have to check it out. I think that's okay. I think that when you clone, will it leave the old domain intact? Yes, it will. The reason I'm asking for security, I'm not sure. I know you want to double check, but if you didn't, someone is hacking my sites, and the only thing that is not of the backend is the team. It's not because the team is not updated. You you want to have a good security plugin installed. One of the things we did with WP Gateway, if you go to account, let's see, where is it? Server, settings. And if you go to block web visit from certain countries. So you can, if you say, so North America is by default is enabled, okay? But if you say, you know, I get typically website visitor or trouble from, let's say from Europe, from Russia or whatever, you just can select them and you can select all. If you never have visitors from Europe, you just select all and they all get blocked. So that will already, in my mind, reduce the risk that your site get hacked. Okay? Then you can also add other security, and actually we are working on a security plugin which um, will do all the security things for you. But if you are a WP Gateway user and you select the country to block, then you already in good shape. Everybody get this? I demoed it last Sunday, but if you were not on this call, I like this blocking. Yeah, it is very powerful, but it's not only powerful, it is also very handy. Have you ever seen that you can do this by any server? That you can just say, I expect no clients from Africa. So you just select all and you save it. Okay? So if you go to, it depends on the, you have to, mainly you have a pay-as-you-go, you have the starter plan, and you have the business plan. Many take the business plan. And why is the business plan so affordable? Because it's only $97 per month for 100 domains hosting on a fast high-speed server, and only one client will pay the hosting for you. So we are every day are two persons working on this website service, and every day we're adding new features, and some might be obvious and other not. So who of you guys does SEO? Enter yes or enter no. So I will explain why WP Gateway is that good. Okay, no, yes, yes, no, no. So do you think if you do SEO, the IP address is important? Do you think if you do SEO, the IP address is important? Would it not be very nice that every website, every cPanel, which default comes with one website with WP Gateway, has a different IP address? You will never, I don't think any host provider offer that for the same price WP Gateway do. So every domain, every cPanel, so if you go to server, and the cPanels from WP Gateway start with WP Gateway, so you know this on WP Gateway high-speed server, they all have different IP addresses. So Keith, I'm not techy enough to do SEO. I understand, you know. I am an AdWords guy, okay? I'm not an SEO guy. So, but I know pretty good what Google likes for SEO. So there are some obvious things, but there are also things if you are really competing with certain keywords that you have to do certain things that are not that obvious. And one of them is the IP address. So we also added SSL. Do you know what SSL is? Okay, so SSL is security socket link. So that means you want to add SSL to any website what has some needed some extra security, like for if you accept payments or other kind of information you store for medical. So I got on a regular basis that request if I could add SSL. And now we have set up SSL on a domain with another provider. How painful it is. First you have to order, then back and forward with the host company. And now you just click on a button. you confirm it's $27 per SSL per domain. You get an email what you have to confirm, and at that point everything goes automatically. Okay, so it cannot get easier than that. Okay, so that is another thing we just have implemented, and we keep implementing more and more features. So it's kind of the package at the moment is where the package at the moment is kind of what I have struggling for 6 years, and I wanted to have a system. I wanted to have a system what I need also for my clients. So what it's very easy. So I I cannot handle so many clients if things are not easy. So the cost of an SSL is $27 per year. Do I still need HostGator if I have WP Gateway? No. It's per year. Yes. What should we tell our clients about the change that they can make to their sites? It's up to you. So if you say, I want to maintain a website and make sure it includes all the latest, you and you offer the hosting, and if something goes wrong, you get a signal that something didn't go wrong or did go wrong. So the status check on itself, that is already from business worth a lot of money. So let me put it another way. Wolf your guys had a website and your client discovered that the website had a problem. Okay, I did. Do you know how many clients you have after that event when they had a problem? So if the website is off because the server is not working anymore, just, I'm telling you, hacking, whatever. I'm telling you that is the the unpleasant call or experience what you have with your clients. That is how you discover how much value they put in that the website is up and running. Okay, so I'm glad Larry came to attend the training also so we can start. So what should I charge for hosting per month? Currently I charge $69. What do you think? That is good, but don't stop with hosting, okay? So once you have that hosting money coming in, now you can go after Google Places ranking, on-site SEO, offset SEO, citations, and soon you can go after AdWords management. And actually, now we touch AdWords. I'm working on it to put together the training. And I was hoping you guys can help me with some questions. What would you like to have included in the AdWords training? So think a little bit in a second on it, and then I am going to answer some other questions. Do we have a limit on how much JBAD for WK? Not really, as long as it doesn't get abused. Do we have a list of items, features we provide our clients for the $97 hosting. That's a good question. So maybe I have to come up with something like a blueprint. That would actually be good. That's a good question. So actually, blueprint, I will put as an action point for me. Blueprint package, $97 per month. Now, keep in mind, this is this country and region dependent, okay? So, but $97 per month is for a company is not a lot of money. If the client makes manual changes, maybe the updating breaks the site. Yes, it's not. How do you say that? You need to for sure be trained to know how a WordPress site is together. So AdWords, I would love to see training for beginners. Show the process from startup to grow in business. Okay. It is very easy to have a good business in AdWords management. So let me put it in a way that you guys understand why AdWords is the business you want to be in. Who does correct list posting? Enter yes if you do correct list posting. Okay. I did too. Okay. And do you like it? Do you like the correct list posting? Oh my God. I think that was my worst online internet experience. Correct list posting. I had to think very hard to beat Craigslist, okay? And sometimes it worked and sometimes not. And they changed the rule and Craigslist gets smarter and smarter and smarter. Do you really want to be in that business that tomorrow it might not work anymore? Do you really want in that business that actually people will look up Craigslist, they expect deals and not seriously want to look for a professional company? No, I finally, and I wasted a lot of time and money, came to the conclusion Craigslist is not for me. Okay, so if you can get a serious amount of calls, but I don't like that game. Okay, I didn't like that game to something doing what actually is against the rules and all those kind of stuff. So I didn't have a good feeling. Okay, what if you guys liked SEO? Enter yes. No. Who should like does SEO? Okay. Okay. So what about SEO? Why I don't like SEO? SEO is kind of an art, and you do things what actually is also not according to the rules. It's good to do some SEO, but I would not, if I'm a business owner, I would not trust my business on getting leads from SEO. Do you know why? Because Google can change the rules tomorrow and your sites are not ranking on the first page anymore. Is that a position you want to be in? That tomorrow you have all your clients calling you and upset. Okay, so I don't like that. Okay, so Google Places and Google for Business is actually a better position. You guys agree with me to focus on that than SEO and Craigslist? Okay, now bear with me, okay? Why is Google Places and Google Plus an ending story at a certain time? Why is that also coming to an end? Because Google is a company, they have stocks, they need to make money. So they, of course, they figured out that a lot of people, they trust Google Places ranking. So now, after they have created that need, they're going to monetize it. Sooner or later, it will not last forever that this is always for free. So what is the business you want to be in? And you still are good in 10 years from now. What is the service you want to provide? And if you are a specialist in that, you make also money 10 years from now. It's AdWords. Okay? I'm telling you, I write it down wherever you want that in 10 years from now, you still make a lot of money with AdWords management. Google income is from 80% dependent on AdWords. They will never mix that up too much. Okay, so that is in business what is legal. Businesses understand that they clicks cost money. So if you are good in AdWords, you're better. It is not that hard to do it better than a company owner, but it is not that hard to do an local AdWords management for local business is totally different than AdWords for selling a product. Okay, most AdWords managers, their brain set and their mindset is for general AdWords. It's not for local marketing. So if you were able to become a local marketing AdWords specialist, do you think you have a job for the next 10 years? So that is where I'm working on. So if you have some questions about AdWords, so send them in. So I put them. I will incorporate that in the training. What niches are good for AdWords? William, that is actually a very good question, and I'm going to answer that in the training. Hans asks, set up 5 email in the secret for lead finder. Hans, I will do that. I copy your question and I will do that. What about AdSense? AdSense, I don't know. I think it works 10 years ago, but I'm not a specialist in AdSense. Any idea how much longer your AdWords training will be available? About 3 weeks. Will you not give us a hint at the niches are good for AdWords? No. No, that is how do you say that? That is the fruit. That makes a lot of difference. I will provide, so I'm working on a training, and I will do a niche. What is, I will provide a niche with keywords, ads, website, everything. It's copy and paste. So even if you don't have knowledge, if you can copy and paste, you're an expert for that niche. And because we use it as a blueprint, and I explain why things work, you can also do it for other niches. So that is the plan I came up with. Will this training be for me? I have no idea about ads. I guarantee I am able to explain what a good ad is. You will not have problems to put together an ad after the training. Okay? That will be in 10 weeks course. 10 weeks. Every Tuesday, I think, one training per week. So that's the plan I came up with. So Sunday will be a regular training. That's my plan. And Tuesday will be the training, or the other way around. I haven't decided yet. So yes, Karen, you have. Yes. Okay, so I'm looking for questions you want to topics, but you want to get incorporated in the AdWords training. But I hope you get it why you want to become an AdWords manager. And once you get that, you don't need to learn anything else. I do this for a living. I have many clients, and is it good for insurance agent? Yes. With AdWords local, the keywords are often insignificant and don't show up. How do you handle that type of search? An ad gets shown depending on what the person enters in Google. It's nothing to do with SEO. So your ad shows up at your like. So you determine when you want to have the ad shown. So Carlos, if you set up an Amazon mail server, the emails are very likely to land in the inbox. Alexa, Google AdWords, where people go wrong the most. What people overlook, why people quit, reason for denial, basic steps you need to follow. Step by step, you are good with that, okay? So, do you know that certain keywords you cannot there's almost not chance to lose. So every keyword you have a probability. Do you get that? I cannot go into too much detail, but certain keywords you know almost with a high probability that they are looking for your service. Other keywords they might. If you have a limited budget, you're going for those high likely keywords. You follow it? Maybe not, but Every keyword has a kind of probability that the website visitor is looking for your service and will take action. Other keywords might have higher searches, but they might not going to use your service. Okay, let's do one example. Carla said car insurance. Okay, so car insurance is a high search keyword, correct? Everybody agree? If somebody types in car insurance, what are they looking for? They are looking for maybe companies, they are maybe looking for quotes, they may be cheap, they may be looking for an online service, it can be, they may be scam, you don't know, okay? It might that they're looking for your service, but not. Okay, now you have a company in a city. Now I'm going to bid on the keyword car insurance in city. Okay, if somebody enters that keyword, what is the likelihood if your ad is showing up that he will take action? Car insurance in city. The likelihood is very likely when they use that keyword and your ad is showing up that they are going to call your company. You see? So every keyword has kind of a probability that they're going to use your service. So now the question is, which keyword has those probability and which keyword doesn't? And that is part of the training. So I'm going to train you to understand which keywords works and which keyword might not work, but might work. So some keywords have a high ROI and some keywords doesn't have a high ROI. So that is a kind of training I'm going to. I'm not only giving you the fish, I'm also training how to fish. Because I can do this all day long. I can do this all day long. I do this for a living. So it's very natural to me. Even with my accent or whatever you call it, I know very good which keyword works and which don't. Okay, everybody get it? Did you like that example? So this is the kind of things you will learn in the training. Okay, how to set up the area, how to set up the budget, when to show the ad, when to bid high, when to bid low, what needs the website be, the call to action, okay, what to do with the phone tracking number, all those kind of things. Okay, so, and in the worst part, you get a copy and paste things. You get copy and paste the ad. You get copy and paste the keywords. You get copy and paste the negative keywords. You get copy and paste the website. And best of all, I'm going to do this with a niche what you might, I think 9 of 10 from you guys would never guess it. And this niche is really working well. Okay, so this was just a side note. So save up for it, okay? It will not be a WO price. Don't waste your money this month. Okay? So don't tell me, Jack, I want it, but it's too expensive because I already bought 10 other products. Okay, then try to make money with those 10 other products. It will be 10 training sessions, one per week. Okay, so any more questions about WP Gateway before we close this? It will be in about 3 weeks. Cloud PC. I forgot the name, William. So I said it. I posted a couple of times in Facebook. When you have a Mac and you want to run the Lead Finder Jack on a cloud PC, I cannot come up with the name at the moment. Okay, send me ask it in the Facebook again. Question about WP Gateway. I saw where you click to add a non-WordPress site, something like that. Can you explain how that works? I saw where you click to add a non-WordPress site, something like that. In principle, it works only with WordPress sites. Okay, so or when managing only, so it is meant for WordPress site. We're going to adjust something maybe in a month or so that it also worked kind of for non-WordPress site, but it is not meant for that. So Warren, the price for AdWords training is not set, but are planning to do something special for the enterprise and the Sales Dynamite Jack users. So they will get a discount. That is my plan. Okay, any other question about, have you had success with AdWords in Europe? Yes, I do in United Kingdom. It's AdWords when you understand it. It doesn't matter which country you do. It really doesn't matter. Is there a discount if one would like to pay for WP Gateway annually? It's not set up that way at the moment. Where will be replay posted? Just got here. Okay, so which URL you want to remember? There's only one URL and everything should work from there. Is jackhopman.com. There's the replays. It's the links to the most important products. So it's the membership login. Okay, and our replay will be posted for about a week. What is the average monthly AdWords budget you are seeing with your clients between the $1,000 and the $5,000? Jack, are Google AdWords and PPC the same? Yes, kind of. PPC can also buy, but you only need Google. Then the other one is easy. If you go to jackhopman.com, you see all my products, and if you are confused, you just get Sales Dynamite Jack and you have everything. You don't need more than Sales Dynamite Jack. Okay? Sales Dynamite Jack will get you going. Okay. I think I have seen your support ticket. Leroy, if you enter your email, I will look it up again. Please answer question about call tracker. Can you put the question again? Are most of your PPC clients professional doctor, dentist, or home service company? As a mix, but I like certain niches better than others, and we will cover my favorite niche. So Alexa said, I thought there should be only one number listed on Google, Facebook, etc. I noticed that tracking numbers were different for different sources. Okay. So when does a company want to use different phone numbers? Let's say they have $3,000 per month to spend, and they want to spend it on 3 different marketing media. Okay, let's say one is AdWords, one is print, and one is maybe a special promotion, postcard or whatever. Okay, so if they put a different phone number on each AdWords medium, they know they get a good impression which marketing effort resulted in the most calls. Okay? I know that logic, but how does it impact on Google? I thought that would be an error. Correct. You are correct. So if you have a Google Places listing, you want to have the website number the same. Let's say you do lead gen. You have a website where you rank high and you want to sell those leads. The best to do is to have a tracking number on it and you just forward to a business number. Correct. And you must have this then for SEO purposes and for Google Places number. You must have the same phone number, the address, and everything on all the citations. Okay. This question comes almost every month up. What about Google duplicate content penalty for all the Team Jack interfaces? Okay. So, Alan, how many franchises are there? How many franchise websites are there? And how do they rank? Duplicate content is kind of a myth. I'm not saying it's 100% myth, but it is very low impact on ranking. But much more important is the bounce rate, how long they stay on the website, if the website visitor likes the content. Okay? So that is your answer. Bounce rate determines rankings? Yes, a big part, very big part. What works better, Dynamite or video prospecting? Dynamite is local Team Jack Enterprise with BizLead Finder. So you have video prospector kind of in it because it comes with the BizLead Finder. What percentage would you say? Maybe 1 or 2%? It's just not that you have to worry about it. I cannot say an exact percentage, but I know it's nothing what you have to worry about. There are much bigger things what you want to optimize, like the bounce rate and the average time on the website. So Google is all about providing value. If you provide value, they will rank higher. Keep that in mind, and you dance with Google instead of that they kick you. Okay, so I know Hans asked a question about several emails in Lead Find Jack, and before we close the call, I really wanted to answer that question. Didn't forget it. Okay, everybody see the best lead finder. Okay, so Hans, if I understand your question right, you said, I want to send a business 5 emails, correct? Hans, are you still on the call? So I want to send 5 emails. So what you want to do is you want to create those 5 emails here in the emails templates. Then you go to campaigns, emails, and then you, let's say I want to send this email, and this email. And then you have those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And just take them as you go, okay? And then you have those days. They sent the same day. They sent after 5 days. They sent after 10 days, 20, 15, and 20. Let's say I want to send this the second email after 3 days. So you click on that field and you change it to 3. So that's how it works. Okay, everybody get that? Okay, and then you okay. So is there any way that we can override those yellow and red? Red means that email doesn't exist, but yellow means that email exists, but we don't allow to send it. Why are we so strict? Because if we are not that strict, you will blow up your mail server. And if you blow up, or if you compromise your mail server, your emails will either not get sent or get in the spam box. So it's also, and it's actually mainly for your own goodwill. So why do we not send info ad, sales ad? So you are supposed to send emails to the persons who have subscribed to you. A business owner don't subscribe with info ad and sales ad kind of emails. They subscribe with their name. If we know the right email address, can we add it to the campaign? Yes, you can. You see this blue eye? You click on it. Let's say, let me change it to, you can change it. Jack. Okay, whatever the email is. Or you can add an email here, tim@email.com. Okay, now that email is added. So now you have to refresh it kind of way. Now you see still here the info. So let me refresh it quick. Then you will see if you know the right email address, can we add it to the campaign? Yes, you can. So I just dab it to you. Hans, is this clear how to add 5 emails to the campaign? Send them in a certain sequence. Okay, you see this? Now Jack is added and Tim is added. Okay, so that's how you can do it. Can we send a different email to the people who opened? Not yet. Okay, so we are now an hour on the call, and I wanted to stick with an hour. Oh, I wanted to demo one more. I got that question a lot. So the credits are kind of limited, correct? If you have used Lead Finder Jack, you have run in that problem. So now we created plans, but we'll give you more credits. Everybody see the screen? So you get 10,000, but if you want to double, you go to for the plus package, and if you even want 30,000, you're going for the pro package. Everybody get it? If we export the emails, can we import them back in LeadJack? No, you cannot. Why are we not allowing to import emails? Because I don't want to run in problems. That emails, we don't have any control anymore which kind of emails get used in Lead Finder Jack. So, and that can blow up some trustworthy things and all other things. So I'm not a big fan of that. So I know some young guys using other lead tools and really like Lead Finder Jack to move over, but that are good examples to do, but there are also examples that is not so good. Okay, so I want to thank everybody. I hope I answered most of you guys' questions. If not, next Sunday we have another training. I'm around in Facebook and happy to answer all your questions too. Thanks everybody for your attendance, and hope have a good week, and hope to see you coming Sunday too. Thank you so much.